Hello students, this is Lata Narwani from Mount Litra Z School Jhansi. Children, we were discussing lesson Is Matter Around Us Pure? So today we'll discuss some topics which are as follows. Our first topic is various types of solutions. So solutions are of three kinds. First is true solution, second is colloidal solution, and third is suspension. So for first, what is true solution? A true solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more non-reactive substances. For example, sugar in water or salt in water solution. It is a homogeneous mixture where two or more substances are present. In sugar water, sugar and water is present. In salt water solution, salt and water is present, and so on. Second point, the particle size in a true solution is less than 10 to the power minus 9 meter, means it is less than 1 nanometer. Third point, the solute particles are not visible to naked eye or even by a microscope, means when a sugar solution is made, we cannot see the sugar particles after the solution is made, and even if we use a microscope, then also we cannot see those sugar particles because the size is very small, less than 1 nanometer. Fourth point is the solute particles do not settle down after some time, means in a true solution the particles are suspended and they do not settle at the bottom after some time. Fifth point is solute and solvent cannot be separated by filtration. So solute is the component which is present in the less amount in the solution, and solvent is that component which is present in more amount in the solution. So both the phases, that is the solute and the solvent, cannot be separated by filtration. For example, from a sugar water solution we cannot separate sugar and water by filtration. Now various examples of a true solution are given here: sugar in water solution, salt in water solution, alcohol in water, alloys, etc. Our second topic is colloidal solution. A colloidal solution is a heterogeneous mixture. Second, the particle size in colloidal solution is 10 to the power minus 9 meter up to 10 to the power minus 7 meter. In terms of nanometers, we can say the particle size is starting from 1 nanometer up to 100 nanometers. Third point, this solution has two components: dispersed medium and dispersed phase. So let us see what is dispersion medium and what is dispersed phase. So dispersion medium, the component which is present in large amount is called dispersion medium. And secondly, dispersed phase is the component which is present in small amount in a colloidal solution is called dispersed phase. This is just equivalent to the solute and the solvent in a true solution. The solute can be compared with the dispersed phase and the solvent can be compared to dispersion medium. Fourth point is the particles are not visible to naked eyes, but they can be seen by a microscope. In a colloidal solution, the particles are dispersed throughout. They are not visible to our naked eyes, but if we use a microscope, then the particles are visible. Fifth point is dispersed medium and dispersed phase can be separated by ultrafilters but not by simple filtration. Special type of ultrafilters are used, then the two phases, that is dispersion medium and dispersed phase, can be separated. Sixth point is colloidal solutions show Tyndall effect and Brownian movement. So what is Tyndall effect and what is Brownian movement? let us discuss here. Yes, Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect is seen in colloidal solutions. Now, what is this? When a strong beam of light is passed through a true solution, the path of the light is not visible. But if it is passed in a colloidal solution, the path of light becomes visible. This is called Tyndall effect. So we can understand this with the help of a diagram. Here, a beam of light is taken with the help of starch, and here two solutions are taken. One is a true solution like sugar water solution, and second is a colloidal solution. So when the beam of light is thrown over this true solution, we cannot see the path of this beam is not visible, but the same beam of light, when it passes through a colloidal solution, here we can see the path of light becomes visible. The whole path is visible in the form of this band. So this is due to the scattering of the particles, the scattering of the light by colloidal particles. When the light reaches these particles, they scatter the light in all directions. So this is called Tyndall effect. Next is Brownian movement. When a colloidal solution is examined under an ultramicroscope, the particles appear as tiny dots of light moving in a zigzag random motion. This zigzag movement of colloidal particles is called Brownian movement or Brownian motion. It was discovered by Robert Brown in 1827. So let us see this Brownian movement or Brownian motion. The diagram is made here. So we can see the colloidal particles, they move in a random way in a zigzag path like this. So this type of motion, when the particles move in a zigzag path, is called Brownian motion. So this is shown only by colloidal particles. Now last point is coagulation. The colloidal particles also show this phenomenon of coagulation. When an electrolyte is added to colloidal solution, the particles come closer to each other and aggregate to form large particles which settle down as a precipitate. This phenomenon is called coagulation. So children, this is all for today. Thank you.